What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Day, and welcome to the Man United Talks United vs Arsenal match analysis. What is up, guys? Welcome to the match review, match analysis. Okay, so first things first, Manchester United have won 2-1 at Old Trafford against the Gunners in Arsene Wenger's last game managing against United as Arsenal manager anyway, because as Mourinho stated before when he was interviewed, he said he doesn't believe or is not 100% sure this is I'm paraphrasing, by the way, this is Arsene Wenger's last job, because from what he's read, Arsene Wenger has said that he is leaving Arsenal, but I'm pretty sure, and my personal opinion is that he will manage again. Regardless, 2-1, and it was a good scoreline. I'm not mad at the score. There are reasons I think we could have definitely done better, but when you look at the two names, when you look at United versus Arsenal, you think 2-1. United win 2-1. That's a good scoreline. No. The team they put out was trash, okay? I'm not even going to take it lightly. Ospina is Colombia's starting goalkeeper. He's probably, he's their starting goalkeeper, but let's be honest, he's not amazing. Although at the moment, he and Czech are probably on par with each other. And then the only other arguable starters is Xhaka and Aubameyang, obviously, who can't play in the Europa League, so that makes sense. Excuse me if I keep looking over because I'm watching the Cavaliers game. Anyway, yeah. I expected us to go out. I said I changed my prediction to 4-0. My initial prediction was 3-1. I said I changed my prediction to 4-0. And just didn't happen that way, did it? Anyway, let's talk about the game. Things get going. And for me, in the first 15-20 minutes, it just was evenly penetrative possession. I thought Arsenal were coming at us and we were going at them. Obviously, I think we have more possession throughout the whole game, as it shows, but I just think it was quite even in terms of the chances being created in the first half anyway. But the 16th minute rolls around, and Paul Pogba's driving into the Arsenal defense. Someone slides in, he moves out, he shifts around them and passes it out to Lukaku, who just, his delivery is, God, I saw a tweet earlier and I retweeted it. It said, if Lukaku could cross the ball to himself, geez. Anyway, he crosses it. It goes to Sanchez, who heads it, and it's a brilliant block by Bellerin. But then Pogba, first time touch, puts it into the far post, so no one's getting to it, and that's 1-0. And Paul Pogba, he gets so much scrutiny. Honestly, he gets so much scrutiny. And there are times he definitely deserves it, but he shows up, man. The guy is good. He has the third most assists in the Premier League to Sané and Silva. Come on. That's not bad. No, wait, I think, was it Sané and De Bruyne? Sorry, Sané and De Bruyne, I believe it is. You can't fault him for that. He's doing quite well. 10 assists isn't easy in the Premier League, especially playing in a Jose Mourinho team when you're not playing as a winger or a fullback. I don't know, I said that. But you get what I mean. And then that was really all that happened in the first half, to be honest. I think what pisses me off about watching Manchester United, especially in the first half, is just the absolute, well, in this game especially, it was just so tame and just boring to watch. Frankly, just boring. We just went about this game and we just acted like we were winning the league. We just were too calm, and we showed Arsenal so much respect, and it was like what usually happens in the situations where you see a bunch of grown professionals playing against youngsters is the old men punish them, and we didn't. We showed them too much respect, and it was like we were scared to just go full-fledged on them. I was watching the NBC commentary, and I believe it was Ray Parlour or Lee Dixon. I believe it was Lee Dixon, actually, who said, I feel like United have a gear that they haven't hit yet. And that was obvious. The first half was just abysmal. I know we got a goal when we were winning. We won the first half 1-0. But there was definitely a bit of fire we could have added. And I think we need to add that fire in the first half. We need to go all guns blazing in the first half because we always shut it down in the second half, unless, especially if we're winning. We always just take the second half so slowly and lightly, and we just let it pass us by. You know, we just try to keep the score not close, but we try to keep our winning position, and we don't really go for it in the second half when we're winning, especially by one goal. And we did that, and we got punished. So the second half started, and more the same from the first half. And I can't remember exactly. I believe it was Kolasinac. I'm just going to say that because there was someone on the left who passed the ball to Xhaka, who dribbled past a couple people, made it look so easy. I mean, and we just let him walk past. Smalling, take him out or be physical. Smalling literally, he just stuck his foot out, but it wasn't like a convincing, I'm going to take you out if you think you're going to come past me. No, like, Xhaka just ran past him, and then he gave it to Mkhitaryan, who Lindelof gave the time of day, the space of day, and he finished it. Fair enough. Fair play to him. Mkhitaryan. It hurts me to see his name on an Arsenal score sheet. On the Arsenal side of a score sheet, I should say. But he took his chance well, which is something he did actually have a finish. He finished the ball like that quite often. That's the type of player he is. But we just didn't see that enough from him, and he's a bit of a soft player. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to disrespect him in any way, but that's just the truth. And that's why he fits in at Arsenal, But yeah, and that was probably Lindelof's biggest mistake all game, in my opinion. I feel like he was, especially against Aubameyang, I feel like, I wouldn't say it was a 10 out of 10, but for his first half, I would definitely give him an 8 out of 10 against Aubameyang. He handled him very well, and his only mistake was letting Mkhitaryan score. And truth be told, the ball went through his legs, but I mean, still, you got to do a bit better there. And that will always come with experience, and he hasn't played a lot of football, especially in the Premier League. But he had played against Mkhitaryan, so I mean, you gotta have a little bit of I don't know. But as you can see, Lindelof is my man of the match, which I forgot completely. So that's spoiled. Anyway, what else happened in the game? Nothing really happened. I mean, I have written. Okay, let's talk about Fellaini's goal first before we get onto what I dislike thoroughly about Manchester United in this game. Nothing really happened in the second half because it was just a bunch of Martial cutting in and nobody really using the space that was left when he cut inside, when Bellerin followed him inside, when who was marking him? Maitland-Niles followed him inside. There was gaps out there, and Ashley Young was there in some spaces, but like whoever the central player is, whether it was Lingard or Sanchez at the time, needed to go use that space, and we didn't use that space, so we didn't take advantage of it. But anyway, we move on later in the game, very late in the game, 91st minute, and we're just hoofing the ball up at this point. Fellaini's come on for about 20 minutes now. We're just hoofing the ball up, hoping that he's gonna get his head on something. About 5 minutes before, or 2 minutes before his goal, he got a chance. He headed it off the post. It went off Rashford, who was clearly offside. If you watched on television or you saw a replay, he was clearly offside, and that's fair. So it was 1-1. But then we got into the 91st minute. The ball went out to Ashley Young, who whips it back post, and Fellaini kind of just with the back of his head. It wasn't like a typical, like, I'm dominant, physically dominant over my defender. Fellaini just, flicked it off the back of his head, and that's 2-1. I was happy with the result, but in terms of what I saw, especially in the second half, but I saw signs of what was going to happen in the second half in the first half. But the second half was just trash to me. There were several times, especially starting in the whole game, where Alexis Sanchez, because he did start on the left side, he stays in the center too much and takes away from the play. And I think he could offer something in the middle if we started him in the middle and we had other people playing wide. And I know, probably in Mourinho's mind or whoever, Ashley Young or Valencia, or let's say Ashley Young for this case, takes up the space in the wide areas, but it's not enough. Ashley Young's killing himself at the age of 32 years old. He's killing himself to get forward and get back And, you know, he looks fit and he's doing his job. But, I mean, no, it's not good enough. Alexis Sanchez in the middle too much. No one's out wide. It's killing us big time. It's death. It's just annoying to watch. And I'm probably... I got some things in the works. But I want to, you know, like I did... I think it was the Derby preview. I want to get some tactics boards out. You know, you can hear my words and, you know, you see what I'm saying. But, you know, to actually get what I'm saying, I would like to show you on something for you to see. But that again has to do with my editing software. I gotta get that fixed, so that's in the works as well. And you know, what else did I say? Yes, my point. Let me just wrap this up, and not the video yet, but my point. Martial cuts inside with the ball a lot, and he leaves the space. And that's great. I have no problem with that. Especially in this game. He cut inside a lot, and his final pass was terrible. I don't know what was going on there. But when Sanchez, he does it like he cuts inside with the ball. But once he cuts inside with the ball, he stays inside with the ball. And Ashley Young is left to do all the work on the left. Pogba's left to do all the work on the left. And it's just terrible. It's pissing me off to watch Alexis Sanchez just do as he pleases. And he is a world-class player. Well, a player of world-class ability. Because he's not world-class all the time. That is my definition of world-class. When you have one game a season, 1 or 2 games a season where you're not, you know, at the top level. That is world-class. That's Messi and Ronaldo. And it's very rare that they have those 1 or 2 games. But, yeah, Alexis Sanchez, I'm sick and tired of it. I mean, God, hopefully, I don't know what the plan is for next season, but something's got to give, dude. Something's got to give. But lastly, to explain my man of the match, I gave it to Lindelof because here's how I put it simply. Paul Pogba's first half was a 7 out of 10. Lindelof's first half was an 8 out of 10 in my opinion, especially who he had to deal with. Aubameyang has exposed several defenders in the Premier League since joining with his pace, and Lindelof dealt with him very well. Now, as for the second half, I believe Pogba, his level dropped a bit. I'm going to say it was a 6 out of 10 in the second half. And I'd say Lindelof was a 6 out of 10 in the second half as well. But his first half was just that much better that I'd give him man of the match. He did concede a goal, and he was at fault for the goal we conceded. Partly at fault. I think Smalling definitely could have shut Xhaka down, especially since, you know, Smalling wasn't at risk. He could have taken a yellow, you know, but he didn't. And we suffered for it. And so Lindelof's my man of the match. And that's that. Last thing on this video is Lukaku's injury. That is the biggest thing that's frightening me. Is I think we probably would have won this game 3-1, possibly, if Lukaku was still involved. And truth be told, we conceded after he went off, so maybe we would. I mean, obviously he doesn't really contribute defensively in terms of being a center back, but I think the play style definitely changed a bit, even though it was only 3 minutes in between Rashford coming on and the goal. I think it would have made a difference. So, yeah, hopefully it's not too serious. Hopefully he's just taking every precaution to stay fit and be ready for the next game against what would be... I don't even know who our next game is against. I'm not going to lie to you. That's bad. But the biggest thing, in my opinion, is the FA Cup final. We have to keep him and make sure he's fit for the FA Cup final. So, yeah, I think that was the biggest thing. What? My mouth. Next game is Brighton. I thought we played them twice already. Oh well, whatever. Brighton at the Amex Stadium. That's gonna be a good game. And that's it for this review. Hope you guys enjoy a match analysis, I should say. I gotta stop calling a match analysis if I don't have a freaking analyst board. It's kind of dead, isn't it? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. Drop a like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. And follow Man United Talks on Twitter. And my Instagram is there now too. Even though it's the same thing. But yeah. So thanks for watching. It's been your boy Days with Man United Talks. Drop a like and subscribe. Leave your comments if you have anything you want to say. Any information, any way this channel can grow. We're up to 77 subscribers. Thank you all so much. Deuces.